Dear students, welcome to our YouTube channel Vidya for Success. In this video, we will be studying some of the important questions on bryophytes. Yes, children, this video really help you a lot because here you come to know the kinds of questions can be asked in the examination. So why I'm telling this is you are new to college and you people are new to this pattern of study also, because in your high school soon after completion of lesson you used to copy down question and answers, and you used to mug up those answers. But in the PU level, the things will be quite different. Here, we are not making you to mug up question and answers. Instead of that, we are making you to understand concepts and content in the concept. Clear? So the first thing you have to do here is first you should understand the concept. So then you can answer to any kind of questions raised from that particular concept. It may be 1 marks, 2 marks, 3 marks or 5 marks concept. So the first thing is you should understand concept in depth. In depth. So uh, while soon after the completion of each concept, you try to refer NCERT textbook, because any questions can be asked in the examination that is only based on your NCERT syllabus. So nothing is asked out of the NCERT syllabus. So that please try to refer NCERT textbook. That will help you a lot for your board examination. Then in our subject, especially, you need to concentrate on terminologies, because you might have seen in each of the concept we come across with many terminologies. So you work out on those terminologies, you underline the terminologies, then you work out on those things, because in the examination most of the 1 marks and 2 marks questions will be asked based on those terminologies. Clear, children? So try to understand and try to work on those terminologies. It helps you a lot. Yes, here in this video, I try to list some of the important questions on the bryophyte concept. So the bryophytes are the plants. Actually, they are comes under the second division of plant kingdom. Clear? So at least if you, by seeing these questions, you will get some idea that what kind of questions can be asked in the examination. Yes, let us work out on it. So our first question is, so first I have listed 1 marks questions, only few questions I have listed. So one of the question is, why bryophytes are called amphibians of plant kingdom? So for each of the plant groups, we are we are calling them by some of the common terminologies. So one of the common terminology we are using for bryophytes is amphibians of plant kingdom. So why they are called as amphibians of plant kingdom? Because they are the first land plant raised on the earth, but for their sexual reproduction they depends on water. So because of this they are called as amphibians of plant kingdom. That means they live on soil, but for their sexual reproduction, for continuation of their generation, they depend on water. So this is the answer. So they live on soil, but for sexual reproduction they depends on what? Water. Clear? So this is the 1 marks question. Then the second question is, which is the main plant body in bryophytes? So plants, we know, children's. So for completing the life cycle, plants need to uh, come come across with two different phases. So one phase is gametophytic phase and another phase is sporophytic phase. So these two phases are very common in all the plants. So from lower plant to till higher angiospermic plants, all the plants are showing these two common stages in their life cycle. Clear? So bryophytes are primitive group of plants, land plants. So the main plant body in the bryophyte is primitive. Clear? So the main plant body here is named as gametophytic plant. Understood? So why we called it as a gametophytic plant? Yes, the main plant body is going to produce the gametes. So directly it is going to produce the gametes. It helpful for the process of reproduction. Understood, right? And one more reason is the number of chromosomes present in the plant is only one set of chromosome. That means only n number of chromosomes are present in the plant cells, so that they are called as gametophytic plants. So the main plant body in the bryophyte is gametophyte. Understood? Yes. Yes, our next question is, what is the gametophytic plant of mosses is called as? So we know that in the bryophytes, the main plant body is gametophytic plant because it produces gametes. So again in the bryophytes, we have categorized the plants into three different categories, but here we are studying only two categories. So liverworts are the plants where the thallus is dorsiventrally flat, so that the gametophytic plant there called as thalloid. So majority 90% of the bryophytes in the liverworts are thalloid. But if you come to the mosses, mosses showing the upright, slender gametophytic plant. That means a plant growing perpendicular with that of the surface of soil. So when the gametophytic plant is like that, the plant is called as foliose. Understood? So all the plants comes under the mosses are called as foliose because their plant body is upright or slender. Understood? Yes. The answer is foliose. So the type of gametophytic plant in the mosses called as foliose. Is the next question. Name male and female sex organs in bryophytes. So in the bryophytes, male and female sex organs are um, named by particular terminology. So male sex organ is called as antheridium. Clear? What is the shape of antheridium? Yes, it is disc shaped. So disc shaped organ in the bryophyte is named as male sex organ. So what is the function of male sex organ? Yes, it produces male gametes. Then the female sex organ is named as archegonium. So archegonium is actually flask shaped organ. Clear, right? So male sex organ is antheridium, female sex organ is archegonium. Then our next question is, name the male and female gamete in bryophytes. So children, as I told you, the function of sex organ is to produce gametes. Clear? So the male gamete produced within male sex organ and female gamete produced within a female sex organ. So the male gamete is named as anthrozoids. Clear? So antheridium produces many number of lots of male gametes. So all the male gametes are motile in nature. That means they consist of small flagella for movement, and those gametes are named as anthrozoids. Clear? So this is also terminology, children. Antheridium, anthrozoids, all these are the terminologies. So you have to remember these things. Clear? So the male gamete is named as what? Anthrozoids. And female gamete is egg. So egg is the female gamete. So what is the number of egg produced within the archegonium? Yes, only one gamete. That means only one egg is going to produce in archegonium. Understood, right? Yes. Let us move. Yes, now let us move on to the 2 marks questions. So our first question here is, give any two examples for liverworts. So we know that liverworts are the group of bryophytic plants, one of the group of bryophytic plant. So the liverworts are the first group of plant we can see in the bryophyte, because here the plants are primitive in their appearance. That means the main plant body is dorsiventrally flat and dichotomously branched. Clear? There is no proper stem like structure, leaf like structure. So, the main plant body is primitive and it is called as a thalloid. Clear? So, which plants are actually placed under the liverwort? So, the best example is Marchantia and Rixia. So, these two are the plants comes under liverwort category. Then, the second question is name any one unisexual plant in liverwort and bisexual plant in mosses. So, what is the meaning of unisexual plant? So, uni means what? Single. So the plant, some of the plants in the liverworts, they are unisexual plant. That means they produces only one sex organ. That means one plant consists of only one sex organ, either male sex organ or female sex organ. This means that male and female plants are separate. Clear, right? So when the male and female plants are distinct, they are separate, such a plants are called as unisexual plant. Understood? And bisexual plant is the plant, it produces both the sex organ. That means male and female sex organ produces on the same plant. Clear, right? So in the question they have asked, name any one unisexual plant in liverworts. So in the liverwort, the best example of unisexual plant is Marchantia. So Marchantia is a unisexual plant because in this plant we have separate male and female plants. Male plant is separate, female plant is separate. Male plant produces male gamete and female plant produces only female gamete. Clear? And the bisexual plant in mosses is Funaria. So Funaria is the bisexual plant because the same plant produces both the sex organs. Male and female sex organs produces on the same plant but on separate branches. Understood? Yes. The next question is define the two stages of gametophyte in mosses. So mosses consist of two stages in the gametophyte development, especially in the mosses. These stages cannot be seen in liverworts. Clear? What are those two stages? Yes, the first stage is protonema stage and the second stage is leafy stage. Clear, right? So the first stage what we can see in the gametophyte of mosses is protonema stage. What do you mean by protonema stage? The spore germinates into green branch creeping structure. That actual stage is called as protonema stage. So this is the first stage, children. So after the protonema stage, plant shows leafy stage. That means a small lateral bud will arises on the surface of secondary protonema and that bud consists of leafy appendages. Clear? So when you could able to distinguish the presence of leafy appendages, that stage is called as leafy stage. Clear? So in the gametophyte of mosses we can see two developmental stages. One is protonema stage and another one is leafy stage. So this can be asked for 1 marks also, children. They ask separately to define the protonema stage, or they might ask you to write the meaning of leafy stage. That chance is also there. Clear? Then let's move on to next question, that is what are gammae? Name the bryophyte that reproduces by forming gammae. So we have seen that in the liverworts, one of the common asexual reproduction is gammae. So gammae is actually a multicellular bud that is green in color, and these buds produces in large number within a receptacle. That means a cup-like structure will be formed. Within that cup-like structure, a large number of multicellular buds will be get arises. So those buds are named as gammae. Clear? So gammae are green multicellular buds They are raised within a receptacle called as gemma cup. So where do we find the formation of gemme? Yes, this is very common in the members of liverworts. So you can give the best example of Marchantia here. Understood? Yes, gemme are multicellular, green, asexual buds which develop in a small receptacle called gemma cup. Then Marchantia is the best example of liverwort showing the formation of these asexual buds. Yes. Our next question is list any four economic importance of bryophytes. As children, we have already discussed regarding the economic importance of bryophytes. So here let us see those importance once again. So the first importance is mosses provide food for herbivorous mammals. So mosses are the one more category of bryophytes. So most of the species comes under this category, act as a food for herbivorous mammals. Then sphagnum used to pack living material during transshipment. So sphagnum is also a kind of bryophyte. So this is having water holding capacity. So because of this property, it is used to wrap the living material during transshipment because it will retain the moisture content in living material. Then mosses provide peat that have long been used as a fuel. So one of the moss in the dry form used as a fuel, that name is sphagnum. So sphagnum after drying up used as a fuel long back. Clear? So some of the species of bryophytes, they are the source of fuel also. Then they reduce the soil erosion. So this is one more advantage what we are getting by bryophytes, because these plants usually grow in moist and shady habitat where the water content is more. So in that region it will form a thick mat like structure on the surface of soil, so that this growth of bryophyte actually reduces the amount of soil erosion. Understood? So these are the few economic importance. Yes, now we have discussed few 1 marks and 2 marks important questions on the bryophyte concept. So in this slide, I have listed a few important questions to work for you. So these are almost 5 marks questions. So the first question is describe the important characteristic feature of bryophytes. So this is a very important 5 marks question on this concept. So children, while writing the answer to these questions, don't write in paragraph. So try to answer in point wise, how I explained, how I listed the characters in my PPT presentation. So in the similar way, you try to answer for these questions. Then the second question is list the characteristics of liverworts. Then the third question is list the characteristics of mosses. And next one, differentiate between mosses and liverworts. Yes, children, one more thing is when you are answering to 5 marks questions, the minimum points needed is 10. So you restrict your point this thing notes to 10 points, so that will be sufficient for 5 marks question. Clear? So please work out on this concept, on these questions. Yes. Thank you.